Tommy Egan's return opens up a whole new world in the Power universe, and it's just got a whole lot bigger. But what do we know about Season 2 of Power Book 2 Ghost? And is Ghost alive, or is he just living through Tariq St. Patrick? I'm talking all things Season 2 of Power Book 2 Ghost, as well as Ghosts Never Die. So welcome back to MovieBot. Let's talk about Power Book 2 Ghost. So I hope you're all doing great, and even though we haven't got a trailer for Season 2 or the next episode, there's still a lot to talk about over the next few weeks, and what we saw play out in the season finale, I'll be diving deep into every single storyline, characters, doing character analysis on a few of the characters, so there's a lot to break down and dive deep into. So if you missed any of my videos that I uploaded yesterday, my review and recap and talking all about the season finale and Ghost Never Dies, then I'll link both videos down below. And if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, and you want to see everything Power Universe related, then remember to smash the subscribe button. Now I am going to come to the question that I've been getting so much over the last day or so, and it's on Tariq saying Ghosts Never Die, so I will get to that later on in the video. But one of the biggest questions is, and that a lot of you have been asking me is, when is Season 2 of Power Book 2 Ghost? When are we going to be seeing this? Well, for those who don't follow Michael Rainey Jr., who plays Tariq St. Patrick on Power, on Instagram he reposted this tweet which says, Power will now proceed with a show on Kanan, then Tommy, then Season 2 for Tariq will premiere on September 2021. That's the date that we're looking at, around the back end of the year for Season 2 of Book 2. And it's a really quick turnaround with the season finale just yesterday, but I am so glad that we don't have to wait long for Season 2 of Book 2, because we'll have Raising Kanan and Force to look forward to in the meantime, and I'll talk about the timeline in just a minute. But with the shows coming back to back, I really don't think there will be any mid-season breaks, because just the time just doesn't allow them to have mid-season breaks anyway. So it looks like we'll be getting 30 episodes of Power in total this year, if the rumors are true of Season 2 returning in September. But let's talk a little about the timeline. When can we expect Raising Kanan and Force if Book 2 is coming back in September? Because they're all going to be shooting at the same time. Corny Kemp confirmed that they're going to be filming Season 2 pretty much straight away at the start of this year, so I expect them to start filming anytime soon. We'll see Raising Kanan, their first season in the summer, Force, then Season 2 of Book 2. I initially thought that we'd have to wait a whole year before we see Season 2, but this news honestly is amazing for all us Power fans. So Power Book 3 and Power Book 4, then Season 2 of Power Book 2 Ghost, all in 2021. Sounds good to me. But what about Tommy Egan? Will he be returning for Season 2 of Power Book 2 Ghost? I personally don't think so. It doesn't mean that he won't return at all in Power Book 2, but I think with Power Book 4 starting with their filming this month, I don't think we'll see Tommy in Season 2, but it doesn't mean that we won't ever see him cross over to Book 2 again, because as I said before, this is now the Power universe, and expect characters to cross over from different shows. And when I mean different shows, I mean between Power Book 2 and Power Book 4 Force, because Power Book 3 Raising Kanan is a prequel, it's all about Kanan, and it's set in the 1980s. But with the ending of Power Book 2, just the way it ended with Tariq and Tommy and Tasha, as I mentioned yesterday in my Ghost Never Die video, the storyline between Tommy and Tasha is definitely not finished, because no doubt Tommy Egan, he wants all the smoke.
And your mom decided to rat on me. And the crazy part is, when it comes to snitching, she knows the code of the street better than anyone. Lakeisha, that's another reason I owe your mom a bullet. I want all the smoke.
So Tommy wants all the smoke, and he's coming for Tasha, whether it's in Season 2 or Season 3, 4 or 5, if they get that far. Tommy is definitely coming back for Tasha, that's for sure, because he owes her a bullet for being a snitch, for killing Lakeisha. And with Tasha now going into WITSEC, we'll be seeing her in Season 2. Her storyline is definitely not finished. There's a lot we need to see from Tasha, especially with Tommy, Tariq and Monet as well, because that conversation that she had with Monet, the two mothers talking mother to mother, I would love to see that female power and them clashing at some point. So I've just spoke about Tommy and Tasha, but what about Tommy and Tariq? Because the way they left things at the graveyard, it's another storyline that is unfinished in my opinion, and one that will have to be revisited at a later date, whether in Power Book 2 Ghost or Power Book 4 Force. But let's have a look at the scene between Tommy and Tariq, and I'm just going to play that for you now.
You see this bullshit right here? This shit exactly like him. Just like Ghost.
Well, if I ever see you again, maybe by then I'll be worthy of his name, right?
You see this bullshit right here? This shit exactly like him, just like Ghost. And Tariq said, well, if I ever see you again, maybe I'd be worthy of his name. And even though Tommy said we ain't never gonna see each other again, you just know Tommy and Tariq are destined to meet each other once again. And when they do, will Tariq have earned his father's name Ghost? This is something that we need to wait and see, whether he's worthy of taking the name Ghost. But no doubt he's on the path to becoming just like his father, or even better. But let's talk about Tommy's role in the season finale, because I did get quite a few mixed comments yesterday, most of them which said they were amazed by the season finale, but some actually weren't, and they weren't happy that they made Tommy look weak, and I actually don't agree. I thought the season finale did live up to expectations, and of course, I would have liked to have seen Tommy cancel Christmas, but this isn't Tommy Egan's spin-off. This episode was all about Tariq St. Patrick showing his heart of darkness, and the spin-off is based on Tariq. We are definitely going to see Tommy cancelling Christmas on his spin-off on Power Book 4 Force, but I feel if he did it on Power Book 2 Ghost, it would definitely have taken the limelight off Tariq, and Tommy's limelight is all on Power Book 4 Force. But what about the other characters? Could they cross over to Book 4, and could characters from Book 4 cross over to Book 2? Most definitely I can see this happening, especially because I'm a huge Walking Dead fan as well as Power. The way they've created the universe of The Walking Dead with the various spin-off shows, people crossing over to other spin-offs, Rick Grimes movies, this is why I've always said from the start that this will happen now with the Power universe. And the one person who I definitely see crossing over is 2-Bit. I was actually surprised that we didn't see him, especially when Tommy was at the graveyard. I was just waiting for 2-Bit to pull up the gun on Monet when she pulled her piece on Tommy, because that would have showed some real muscle and strength by Tommy, but they went in a different direction with Tariq making the smart plays, which makes sense for his spin-off. But I hope we see Tommy and 2-Bit reunite at some point, and damn, he must have heard Tommy was in town. But I'm going to be talking about this in detail in a separate video, because now I want to talk about Ghost, because I got so many comments on this yesterday. I've been getting a lot of questions. Is Ghost alive? Is what Tariq said confirmation that Ghost is alive? And the answer to that for me is no. Tariq said what he said because he told Tommy that hopefully one day he's worthy of his father's name, and that Ghost now lives through Tariq St. Patrick. Throughout this season, Tariq has been in denial about who he really is. He had Tasha tell him he's just like Ghost. He had Uncle Gabe tell him that he reminds him of his father as well. After killing Jabari, Tariq has finally come to the realization that this is who he is. It always comes down to him, a family, and a gun. Tariq now lives the lifestyle that Ghost used to live, and he watched his father make all of these moves, and he's just a reflection of Ghost. Do I see Ghost coming back? Only in hallucinations, but you can never say never, especially because of the way Courtney Kemp has written it. And spoiler warning for those who haven't seen Prison Break or Fast and Furious, or are just not caught up with the two, this is your chance to turn off now. But Prison Break brought Michael Scofield back 8 years later. With Fast and Furious, they had Letty coming back, they had a whole revenge movie on Han, and now he's coming back. So you can never say never, but at this moment in time, the reason why Tariq said ghosts never die is because Ghost now lives through Tariq St. Patrick. But drop me all your thoughts and comments on the season finale and just in general the whole season, because I'm going to rewatch the whole season now that the season is finished. I'll do a video just talking everything about season 1, the main points and the plot lines, but I will be breaking down the storylines all week with 2-Bit, Tariq and everybody else. So if you want me to talk about something specific, then make sure you comment it down below and I'll try and incorporate it in my videos as and when I can. And if you're new to the channel, remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Universe related. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.